In this section, we're going to talk about numeric literals. Literals are values that are entered directly into the program source code by the programmer. They represent a constant value because once entered, that value cannot be modified. For example, we can create a variable of type int and assign it the value of 1. That 1 is the literal. It cannot be changed. Now, in the program, the value of the variable can be changed from that value of 1. But the literal itself, that 1 character that you type on the keyboard, is constant. It cannot be changed. Variables are usually initialized by using literals. Literals themselves have a type and a value. That means they are expressions. They default to certain types. For example, a sequence of digits with no decimal portion is assumed to be an int. If we want a literal of a different type than int, and we're just using digits, we have to tell the compiler by using a designator such as the L following 1, 2, 3 here to say that we want this to be a long literal. There are other designators for other types, B for byte. Hexadecimal literals are actually preceded by a designator that tells the compiler that their base is different, not decimal, but 16. We put a 0 and an X, either lower or uppercase. Binary literals have a 0 and a B. Floating point literals are a sequence of digits, perhaps a negative sign in there, decimal point, and some more digits. A floating point literal is assumed to be double. The floating point literal may contain E near the right end to suggest that it is in scientific notation. That is, its exponent. In this example, we say that 98.6 can be represented by 9.86 E1. That means times 10 to the first power. So we would multiply 9.86 by 10 and get 98.6. Either or both of the mantissa and exponent may have a negative sign. This example shows negative 3.33 E minus 1 as the result of dividing 1 by negative 3. In this case, 1 and negative 3 are both literals, 1 being an integer literal and negative 3 being a double literal because it's followed by the decimal point and the 0.